We're going to replace the cord on this old Porta-Band. This Porta-Band came to me from my grandpa. He was a welder by trade and he used it. And then it came to me after he passed away. But this cord, I'm not sure, has been replaced since before he was alive. And while it's not a huge deal because it looks like most of the inner insulation on these wires are intact, no chance in taking the risk. So I picked up this cord, well, out of the trash. And we're going to cut this end off of it, solder what we need to replace this guy. So let's get started. I haven't had this guy open before, so we'll see what's inside. And obviously this is a factory wood screw that they put in metal. I'm not sure if you guys knew that. Yep, there's the factory machine screw. Alright, let's take a look at what we got behind the curtain. Cool. Not too bad, not too bad. This was replaced once before, I can tell by that. Guess I should work out more. Alright, what's old is new and what's new is old. And this is a 10 amp cord, and the max that this thing's supposed to pull at high speed is 6.5 amps. So I feel pretty confident that this cord will work. Okay, so here's where I'm at. I think he replaced this cord years ago. Nice wire. And he crimped these. I'm going to crimp them. You know, normally I like to solder, but I figure if it lasted longer than I've been alive this way, it's probably going to work just fine. Put this on there. Green and black. Brown is the new black. And just to confirm, ground works. To keep this cord from coming out, I wrapped some black tape around there, and then I'm going to code these. If you guys remember, brown is the new black. I don't have to do this. It's just going to help me if I ever have to do this again. White one's going to go here. Brown black one's going to go here. Uh-oh. This piece is just crumbling on me. Alright, let me think about this. So what happened is I twisted this and then this contact came out like that. But I think that if I put some tape about it and a zip tie, it will keep this piece together. Or I'm just going to tell you guys that was all a test. This thing never worked. And thanks for watching. Here's my one of my favorite tools in the shop. Just gonna snug this guy up there. I'm gonna say it's gonna work. Make sure ground gets on there. Each of these screws goes somewhere else. That's why your wood screw obviously goes in first. The funny thing is I probably have a replacement screw that'll fit that in my inventory, but since it's already had that screw in it, it's probably already cross-threaded. I won't ever take one of these machine screws again. Alright, as you all knew before, that was an 832. I'm just going to clean out them threads real quick. Alright, so I did have an 832, and it's just a hair longer. Let's see if we can't get this guy to thread in. Well, it's always going to do that now. Alright, let's try this guy out. It works. Complete. For another, I don't know, 60 years.